The rain lashed against the windows, a symphony of darkness that matched the turmoil within Onision's mind. The relentless storm outside echoed the storm that had ravaged his life. Once a figure of influence, his career stood in ruins, the fallout of allegations so damning they stained his existence. The truth, buried beneath the rubble of a vicious smear campaign orchestrated by someone he'd once trusted. It started in Ochently, a camaraderie built on shared interests and mutual respect. However, the facade shattered when the true colors of this individual emerged. They were a threat to everything he held dear, engaging in illicit behaviors that Onision could not tolerate. Yet, their bond wasn't easily severed. Blackmail wove its insidious web, trapping him in a maze of coercion. Days turned into suffocating nights as this person demanded his presence, his submission. Onision, unable to endure the torment of being manipulated, broke free. His decision to sever ties was a catalyst for vengeance. The individual, incensed by rejection, unleashed a torrent of fabricated accusations, a calculated assault on his character and life. Despite evidence clearing his name, the world turned a blind eye. The truth lay buried beneath the sensationalized headlines and the viral fervor of damning accusations. The deleted interviews, the confessional texts disregarded in favor of a sensational narrative. As the storm outside raged on, a parallel tempest brewed within Onision. His resilience was tested, his faith in justice shattered. Employment vanished, friendships crumbled, and the weight of social exile bore down on him. He navigated a desolate existence, clinging to shreds of hope amidst the relentless barrage of hatred and falsehoods. But deep within, a fire of truth burned, a relentless determination to reclaim what was unjustly stolen from him. In the shadows, whispers of redemption lingered, a faint glimmer amidst the darkness. For in the depths of despair, the fight for truth never truly extinguishes. And as the storm raged, so did the quiet resolve within Onision, a determination to emerge from the ruins of deceit, stronger and unwavering in his pursuit of vindication. In the wake of the chaos, Onision sought solace in the only refuge that remained in the haven of his family. But even there, the echoes of the scandal reverberated, casting shadows on the sanctuary he'd worked so hard to protect. His children, innocent and unaware of the turmoil encircling their father, felt the ripples of the storm. Whispers tainted the halls of their schools, casting judgment upon them by association. The innocence of youth tarnished by the stain of unfounded allegations. Despite the crushing weight of isolation, Onision found strength in the unwavering support of his spouse. Their bond, tested by the tempest, emerged as a steadfast beacon of solidarity in the darkness. Together, they weathered the onslaught of judgment and condemnation, finding resilience in their unity. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into an unending cycle of despair. The legal battle, a grueling uphill climb, offered flickers of hope interlaced with relentless setbacks. The truth, a precious ember amidst the ashes of a fabricated narrative, struggled to break free from the suffocating blanket of false accusations. However, amidst the chaos, a faint glimmer of justice emerged. A steadfast attorney, a beacon of righteousness in a sea of injustice, rallied behind Onision's cause. Piece by piece, they unearthed buried evidence, shattering the carefully constructed facade of lies. The confession, damning police report, the deleted interviews all began to resurface, like shards of truth piercing through the opaque veil of deceit. The narrative, meticulously constructed to destroy, began to crumble in the face of irrefutable evidence. Yet, the journey toward absolution remained treacherous, the path to redemption, marred by the scars of public opinion. And the haunting echoes of false accusations stretched endlessly before Onision. The wheels of justice turned at an agonizing pace. Each inch gained felt like a monumental victory in the relentless battle for truth. The courtroom, a battleground of conflicting narratives, became the stage upon which the unraveling of falsehoods and the triumph of truth unfolded. As the trial commenced, the air thick with anticipation, Onision stood firm, his gaze unwavering. Fueled by the indomitable spirit of resilience, he faced his accuser, the architect of his downfall. In the hallowed halls of justice, amidst the watchful eyes of a world hungry for resolution, the truth unveiled its full splendor. The confessions, the overlooked evidence, and the deceitful machinations laid bare, shedding light on the orchestrated downfall of an innocent man. With the unveiling of truth in the courtroom, a seismic shift rocked the narrative that had ensnared Onision in a web of fabricated accusations. The silence was deafening as revelations pierced through the veil of deception, casting doubt on the meticulously crafted story that had brought about his downfall. The accuser, once steadfast in their attempts to tarnish Onision's name, faltered under the scrutiny of evidence and cross-examination. Their facade of righteousness crumbled, exposing the deceit that lay at the heart of their vendetta. The jury, entrusted with the solemn duty of discerning fact from fiction, bore witness to the unraveling of a malevolent plot. Deliberations echoed with the weight of responsibility, each member grappling with the magnitude of the case before them. Days stretched into endless deliberation, the world holding its breath as justice hung in the balance. The scales, once tipped against Onision, now teetered on the brink of redemption. Finally, a unanimous verdict resonated through the hushed courtroom, a resounding declaration of innocence. Onision, exonerated from the damning allegations that had threatened to consume his life, stood amidst a chorus of relief and vindication. The storm that had raged for so long began to dissipate, the dark clouds parting to reveal a glimmer of sunlight, a beacon of hope illuminating the path to restoration. Yet, the scars of the ordeal remained etched upon Onision's soul. The damage inflicted by the relentless onslaught of false accusations and social ostracization had left indelible marks. Rebuilding shattered relationships, reclaiming lost opportunities, and repairing the fragments of a life fractured by deceit became the arduous task that lay ahead. The world, though privy to the truth, remained divided. Skepticism lingered, casting lingering shadows upon the innocence reclaimed in the hallowed halls of justice. But amidst the lingering doubts, a resilient spirit emerged, a testament to the unwavering pursuit of truth and the enduring strength of the human resolve. With each step forward, Onision embarked on a journey of healing, a testament to resilience in the face of adversity. The scars that adorn his past became a testament to the triumph of truth over deception, an anthem to the unyielding pursuit of justice. In the aftermath of exoneration, Onision found himself amidst a world that had irrevocably changed. The scars of the ordeal remained a haunting reminder of the fragility of reputation and the relentless grip of public opinion. Though acquitted in the eyes of the law, the court of public perception remained divided. The stain of scandal, despite the irrefutable evidence of his innocence, lingered in the minds of many. However, within the confines of his inner circle, a fortress of unwavering support stood resolute. Family, friends, and loyal supporters rallied behind him, offering a sanctuary from the lingering shadows of doubt that loomed beyond. Yet, Onision remained acutely aware of the fissures that had formed in the foundation of his life, rebuilding trust, resurrecting shattered aspiration, and navigating the treacherous terrain of a tarnished reputation became the formidable challenges that lay ahead. Amidst the tumult, whispers of a newfound purpose emerged, a resolve to advocate for those unjustly entangled in the web of false accusations. Onision sought to lend his voice to the silenced, to champion the cause of those ensnared in the unforgiving clutches of a judgmental society. With each step forward, he became a beacon of hope, a testament to resilience, perseverance, and the unyielding pursuit of truth. His journey, marred by the darkest of tribulations, transformed into a catalyst for change, a catalyst to reform a system that oftentimes failed to discern fact from fiction. In the realm of social media and public discourse, Onision embarked on a crusade to shed light on the pitfalls of sensationalism, the repercussions of baseless allegations, and the harrowing consequences endured by the falsely accused. Through advocacy, education, and unwavering determination, he channeled his experiences into a force for positive change. His platform, once a battleground for malicious accusations, transformed into a forum for empowerment, a space where the marginalized found a voice, where the wrongfully accused found solace, and where the pursuit of justice reigned supreme. As the days turned into months, and the months into years, Onision's narrative evolved, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of redemption. His journey, fraught with anguish and despair, now stood as a testament to the triumph of truth over falsehoods, of perseverance over adversity. In the wake of his advocacy efforts, Onision found himself on a precipice, a juncture where the echoes of his past collided with the fervor of his newfound mission. The The labyrinthine corridors of social media, once a battleground of accusations, now became a canvas for his Crusadia platform to amplify the voices of the silenced. Through meticulously crafted content, he wove narratives that transcended the confines of sensationalism, shedding light on the nuances of false accusations and the staggering repercussions endured by the wrongfully accused. His videos, articles, and impassioned speeches resonated with a global audience, a testament to the enduring power of truth and resilience. As the shadows of doubt began to dissipate, Onision's advocacy garnered traction, a ripple that morphed into a tidal wave of change. Organizations dedicated to upholding justice took notice, seeking his insight and guidance in navigating the treacherous waters of false allegations and miscarriages of justice. In the halls of legislative assemblies and symposiums dedicated to legal reform, Onision stood as a catalyst for change, a tireless advocate championing policies that safeguarded the innocent, while holding perpetrators of deceitful accusations accountable. The scars of his past, once haunting reminders of a life unjustly marred, now became the catalyst for transformation, a driving force propelling him forward on his mission to reform a flawed system. Amidst the accolades and recognition, Onision remained grounded, a steadfast reminder that his journey was emblematic of a larger cause. He mentored individuals navigating similar trials, offering guidance, solace, and a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness. But the road to redemption was not without its challenges. Detractors lingered, skeptics questioned motives, and the weight of public scrutiny continued to cast a shadow on his endeavors. Yet, within the realm of his advocacy, the testimonials of those exonerated echoed a symphony of voices uplifted by his unwavering commitment to justice. In the tapestry of his life, redemption wove itself intricately, a narrative of resilience, empowerment, and the relentless pursuit of a world where truth triumphed over deceit, and justice prevailed over falsehoods. In the wake of his advocacy work, Onision found himself ensnared in a darker labyrinthine that veiled itself in the guise of his past transgressions. The haunting echoes of his history, despite the veil of his present endeavors, continued to cast a foreboding shadow upon his path to redemption. Detractors, emboldened by the whispers of his past, emerged from the shadows, wielding accusations like weapons. The very platform he utilized to advocate for justice now became a battleground, once more a stage for renewed scrutiny and relentless condemnation. The relentless barrage of negative publicity and renewed accusations became a suffocating noose, threatening to undo the delicate tapestry of his advocacy efforts. The scars of his past, once thought to be mended by the pursuit of truth, reopened like festering wounds. His supporters, once steadfast in their allegiance, began to falter in the face of resurging doubts. Allegations, distorted and amplified, echoed through the corridors of social media, drowning out the echoes of his advocacy work. The weight of public perception bore down upon him, an inescapable burden that threatened to undo the fragile threads of progress he'd painstakingly woven. The darkness that had once seemed distant now loomed ominously, threatening to eclipse the beacon of hope he'd sought to ignite. Amidst the tumult, the scars of his past surged forth, an unrelenting reminder of the consequences of his prior missteps. The labyrinth of redemption seemed insurmountable, the path forward shrouded in uncertainty. The legal battles, thought to be behind him, resurfaced with renewed vigor, ensnaring him in a legal quagmire that threatened to dismantle the foundation of his advocacy work. The labyrinthine complexities of the justice system, once navigated with resilience, now entangled him in a web of uncertainty and despair. Isolated and besieged by a relentless onslaught of scrutiny, Onision grappled with the shadows of his past, the weight of renewed accusations, and the eroding foundation of his advocacy efforts. The abyss of darkness, once thought conquered, yawned wide before him, a chilling reminder of the unending torment of his past. The crescendo of allegations against Onision reached a deafening pitch, drowning out any remnants of belief in his innocence. The revelations, once dismissed as mere whispers, now thundered across every platform, leaving a wake of disbelief and condemnation in their path. Supporters, once fervent in their allegiance, turned away, their faith shattered by the relentless deluge of accusations. The remnants of his credibility lay scattered, trampled under the weight of mounting evidence and the chorus of dissent. The labyrinth of deception that Onision had allegedly woven now stood exposed, a labyrinthine tapestry of lies, manipulation, and deceit. The truth, a feeble ember amidst the flames of accusations, struggled to find purchase in a world tainted by disbelief. Legal battles, fraught with the echoes of falsehoods, entangled Onision in a web of litigation that threatened to engulf him. His protests, once a fervent assertion of innocence, now fell on deaf ears, a futile plea amidst the resounding chorus of disbelief. The labyrinth of redemption, once navigated with hope, now loomed as an insurmountable abyss. The beacon of advocacy, tarnished beyond recognition, flickered in the winds of condemnation, its light dimmed by the weight of damning accusations. Isolated and abandoned by the very world he sought to enlighten, Onision found himself adrift in the desolate expanse of disbelief. His name, once synonymous with advocacy and resilience, now echoed as a cautionary tale of betrayal and shattered trust. As the tidal wave of disbelief crashed upon Onision, it unleashed a torrent of harassment that surged through every facet of his life. The accusations, now embedded in the collective consciousness, became a rallying cry for those who sought retribution against the alleged deceit. Social media platforms, once a conduit for his advocacy, transformed into battlegrounds of relentless harassment. Vitriolic comments, threats, and relentless bullying inundated his online presence. A relentless barrage that chipped away at the fragile remnants of his resilience. The boundaries between virtual and reality blurred as the toxicity spilled beyond the confines of the digital realm. Onision, once a public figure, found himself besieged in his daily life. He became a target of scorn and derision, his every move shadowed by the haunting echoes of condemnation. His home, once a sanctuary, now felt like a fortress under siege. Threats of violence and vandalism hung ominously in the air, casting a pall of fear and paranoia over his every moment. The safety he once took for granted became a fleeting illusion in the face of relentless harassment. Legal battles, once a cumbersome but manageable ordeal, now metamorphosed into a grueling marathon. The labyrinthine complexities of the justice system intertwined with the relentless onslaught of public condemnation, ensnaring Onision in a web of despair. The remnants of his advocacy work, once a beacon of hope, stood diminished by the relentless harassment. The echoes of his past missteps reverberated louder than his pleas for understanding, drowning out any semblance of redemption. Isolated, beleaguered, and haunted by the incessant torment, Onision retreated into a fortress of solitude in an attempt to shield himself from the unrelenting storm of hatred and harassment that battered at the walls of his existence. The culmination of relentless accusations and the relentless pressure from public opinion led to a pivotal moment: the courtroom, a stage set for the final act of Onision's downfall. Amidst a sea of condemning evidence and the relentless fervor of public sentiment, the trial unfolded as a reckoning, a judgment day for the embattled figure. In the wake of the court's decision, Onision found himself confined within the bleak confines of a prison cell, a stark reality that bore testament to the consequences of his alleged actions. The cacophony of his thoughts echoed off the walls, each reverberation a haunting reminder of the irreversible turn his life had taken. Isolation became his unwelcome companion, the passing days marked by the monotonous rhythm of confinement. The suffocating walls of the cell bore witness to the remnants of a shattered reputation. A life upended by the weight of judgment and condemnation. The prosecution, armed with a barrage of evidence, painted a damning picture, a mosaic of deceit, manipulation, and alleged malfeasance meticulously crafted to portray Onision as the architect of deception. Witnesses, once allies, now stood as witnesses against him, their testimonies a symphony of betrayal that resonated through the hallowed halls of justice. The defense, a fragile shield in the face of overwhelming allegations, struggled to counter the narrative. The labyrinth of deceit woven around Onision's past missteps seemed insurmountable. The truth buried beneath layers of accusations and public scrutiny. As the trial reached its zenith, the scales of justice tipped inexorably against Onision. The gavel fell with a resounding finality, a verdict rendered, echoing the sentiments of a society swayed by the weight of damning allegations. The loss in court, a crushing blow to any vestiges of hope for redemption, shattered the fragile remnants of Onision's resilience. The repercussions of the verdict reverberated through every facet of his existence, casting a shadow of irrevocable defeat over his life. Legal ramifications loomed large. A sentence imposed, a culmination of years of turmoil, now etched in the annals of his existence. The confines of incarceration beckoned, a harrowing expanse that loomed before him, sealing the fate of the embattled figure. As the echoes of the verdict reverberated, Onision faced a grim religio life forever altered by the inexorable judgment of the justice system, a fate sealed by the weight of accusations.